Welcome back to the show. Today is all about what you need to know during this Yuletide, what you need to observe perhaps. We've looked at the commodities, we looked at prices, we looked at the traffic in town today. We're looking at security this time. Well, a variety of social, economic and psychological factors may cause destructive behaviors such as armed robbery. People in academia have said that armed robbery may be caused by factors such as social stratification, lack of social mobility, cultural conflict and distribution. Well, we could go on and on with all of those things, but it is important for us to know how secured we are. How secure is the Ghana Police Service making us? And that's why I got here in the studio with me ASP Efia Tenge, who is the PRO for Ghana Police Service. She is right here in the studio with me. Very good to have you, ma'am. How are you doing?
Oh, by God's grace.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yesterday she graduated from the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. So what's the degree?
The Master of Arts in Conflict, Peace and Security.
Conflict, peace. There's a conflict in my house. Can I bring you in on that? Okay, so let's look at security. This is a time where people feel that, some criminals feel that they can make money, and so they will go out there, try to disturb those of us who have worked very hard and earned our money, and then they'll come and try and do chimpe with us. What is the Ghana Police Service doing this year to protect citizens generally?
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes, we know that in such seasonal periods or festive seasons like this, there are lots of activities, people trying to do what they were not able to complete before the end of the year. People trying to do lots of shopping, a lot of activities here and there. And whenever people, that euphoria of Christmas coming, celebration, that mood and all that, and that is when we also have criminal elements who would also want to take advantage of the situation to also be able to also amass something and also to also enjoy. To them, they don't believe that they have to work hard to earn. They want to take advantage and also find a way of getting something from people who have suffered in the year and also are trying to make something out of it. So in that regard, it has become very expedient, very important, and that at these times, police, we come up with security arrangements, very comprehensive, intensive, to ensure that the general public, you and I, are safe, and not just safe, and also the fact that the fear of crime is brought to the barest minimum, and people having that the will to go out, people having that freedom to be able to go and do about their programs and activities without any fear of crime. So in the time past, we have been doing, Christmas comes, it goes, and it comes to meet us again. And this is another time that we have met, especially after a very peaceful elections. So this time around, we are still continuing with our
Operation Father Christmas, is it?
Operation Father Christmas.
Father Christmas, yes. What's in it, and to what extent does it protect us from these bad people?
From the time past, we have deployed or tried to strategize to be able to meet the security needs of Ghanaian or the Ghanaian populace. So sometimes we call them to be able to re-strategize, to be able to add more.
Is it significant, the coding?
Oh, why not? It is.
For me, it might not mean anything to me.
Yes,
but coming from the service.
For everyone to know that, oh, really, Operation Father Christmas, what is this about? Just like this thing was launched far back, around 2005 or so, but you still remember. So Operation Father Christmas, what is this about? What is in there? So it is not just the general security
Okay.
But we are talking about
what makes it a special security? Because you send out this morning, we understand that you've sent out some men. The police service has deployed. It says it's going to deploy men out there, but we've always known that we're supposed to have police around us. So what makes this so special in this in festive seasons like this?
Yes, let's not forget that I earlier indicated that the fact that somebody will not even go out, and the mere fact that Christmas is coming, quickly that person would want to go and do something. I've never visited a mall before. I believe that, I want to go and see and taste what Christmas is.
Okay,
so this is the time in the mall. Sometimes somebody will want to go to the beach. Things that people usually would not do.
Okay.
Will do them this time around.
Okay.
So if that has been the case, or if this is how things are going to be predicted, then let us quickly also strategize to meet the security needs of these persons.
So beyond deploying your men in excess of what you would have done ordinarily, what else is the police service doing to protect Ghanaians this Christmas?
Yes, when we go to the central business districts of Accra like this, Kanshi, Mokola, and all these areas, in fact, you can see the number of people who throng in here.
Yeah, and we just had our Roland Walker is in Makola right now. He's been around TUC and all of those areas, and he's shown us a lot of pictures of heavy traffic, and sometimes people have to get off the vehicles and just continue their journey by foot. And then we've seen the boosting business for the Okada operators as well. So maybe you should touch on that one, because it's not a legal means of transport, public transport or commercial transport, is it? But that's what's happening right now.
Yes, as I'm saying. So when you go there, you can see that the whole place is saturated with a lot of people. People coming even as far as the neighboring countries to even come and do their shopping and go. So when we have to go to such areas like this, we have to build our intelligence capacities in these areas.
Okay.
We have recorded in the past where we've had reports of pickpocketing, especially around these times. People shop before they realize somebody comes to pick up the things they have bought. People have, I had my mother who even had his bag even slashed.
They didn't know it was your mother?
and they picked everything. She had also gone to the market to also do some shopping for herself.
Right.
And before she realized, she put her hand in the, or dipped her hand in the bucket, and there was no money. Before she realized, there was a cat there.
Wow.
And they had taken the money out. So these are some of the things. So in that regard, we also have plainclothes
policemen, okay,
who you may think that they are also there, but they are there for a purpose.
Okay.
And by so doing, it has helped us a lot in this regard. We have been able to arrest a lot of these people. Even the mere fact that we rig the markets of such people for people to be able to go about their activities peacefully. It's a plus for all of us.
It's good to go about It's good to go about your activities peacefully, but we also know about the bigger, if you like, the bigger security threats that confront us as a people. We're looking at terrorism. Of course, we haven't had such issues here in Ghana, but we're very close, and we can't take that for granted. Are there any contingency plans for that, armed robbery or these hardcore armed robbers? What is it that the service is doing? Is there any intelligence that what's happening?
Yes, for the period in which we are, or for where we have gotten to as Africans and also the world as a whole, we cannot eliminate terrorism. Even right now I was reading about the Russian ambassador who was shot in Ankara. And you realize that these people can come in any way and in any form. So right from the time, I think right after the 11th September attack on the US, everybody, the awareness became very necessary. And we all began, and even some terrorist activities in some parts of the African, or some parts of Africa, or some African countries, and the all sort of non-state actors, the jihadis and the ISIS and all that. So these people coming, and these people, we having them as parts of us, pushes us and compel us not just as states, not just as security agencies, to be able to always think ahead.
Okay.
And that is when we even had to form the counterterrorism unit of the service. Before, it wasn't there.
Okay.
But it was.
What would they be doing this Christmas, the counterterrorism?
Yes, these personnel too have been trained in diverse ways. They also have their own way. Now, even before that, we didn't have a unit like that. It was basically at the national level. But now it's being descended
only
in Accra
region, or other
in other regions as well.
Depending across on the 10 regions.
Exactly, depending on the trends of crime and depending on our own analysis and evaluation of some of these crime trends and that. So now it is also good to appreciate that we have some of these ones also in the system. And they also have their own way of picking intelligence. Before, you wouldn't go to our big malls to see police. But now we have them. They are not just there. Even sometimes the mere presence of security personnel alone is enough deterrence from some of these activities. So now we see them, they go about and we pick certain things that anything of police interest, any questionable character, anything that we believe that is a threat to an individual, we pick these things up and we quickly work on them. So the intelligence capacity of our counter-terrorism is also activated, and we are able to work hand in hand with those of us who are not directly involved in that unit. And it's I think
right after the elections, there were post-election
violence.
Violence. Now we're going into Christmas, and we're looking at a season where, you know, you've just rightly said that you tend to have criminal activities go up, unless of course you've got the security backing to serve as deterrent against. I mean, are we looking at a situation where we can anticipate anything that could be related to the elections in any way, and what are we doing about it, if there is anything like that?
Well, before the elections, our strategies were in 3 segments where we had to plan before the elections, during and after. And what we encountered after the elections were some of the issues we anticipated that were going to happen. For now, it has died down a little, especially when we've had personalities from all political angles, yes, who have come out to even caution their people against that. And also the fact that if you do some of these things, we are going to be taken as a criminal activity, or we'll see them as criminal issues and we are going to prosecute you for all that. I believe that for now it's better, but going forward, we cannot say that it has died down, and definitely we will also not plan ahead of some of these things. It is possible that the jubilation.
Sorry to cut you there, but whilst we plan ahead, what have we done to deter other people from doing what the previous people did? In other words, I'm trying to say, have there been any prosecutions? Have there been any serious repercussions for the actions that people took in relating to the violence that erupted after the elections? Because a lot of people have accused the police service of not doing enough about that particular incident.
Yes, for the region where I serve, we did not encounter, especially there were some issues about people being assaulted. And personally, I know what our crime unit wanted to reach these people and find out what sort of attacks were made on them, and who were those for even pick some of these people.
But you couldn't get information.
We couldn't get that information. But that notwithstanding, I know that in some parts of the regions, there were some people who were arrested for having been involved in some of these activities. But let us not forget that anytime these people commit some of these acts, they wouldn't be there for you to also come and get them. Quickly, they come and do this and they go into hiding. And we ourselves, we know them. Some, I mean, the public, you know. But even coming out to say that is A or B is difficult. It is something they wouldn't want to, you know, try and point anybody out. So in that regard, we say, oh, the police is not doing it, the police is not doing it. Master, If you give me an information like this, and that information is not enough to pin a person down, it becomes very difficult.
It becomes very difficult. Did you hear of the Wafake case?
That is what I was even referring to.
Okay, so has he reported?
Up till now, he hasn't reported. Anything. That is what I was talking about. The next day when we saw the slashes on his face and the plasters and all that, our crime officer was saying went to the area where we believe he should be staying or where that issue were purported to have been caused or to find out from about 4 or 5 districts. If I'm talking about districts, I am not just police station and lots of police stations come together
in one district.
So we had to go to find out where exactly maybe a report has been made. We didn't find anything like that.
Wow.
We began to find out from we call friends that we know from where he works to also find out whether we could get anything of that sort, whether even a report has been made to us. I cannot deny or accept that something like that has
happened. And as of now, we don't know where his whereabouts?
I don't know. I do not know. We were given a number, and we tried the number severally. It could not go in. Okay. Even at a point in time, we had to call somebody. We realized the person was even in US.
Oh wow! So anyway, we'll be wrapping up very soon. But I'd like for you to speak to an issue that will be dear to, let's say, women, and I like to talk about things for women, and it's good that we're both women. and I really admire you in your uniform. I can borrow it someday. I have this shoe, but I can borrow the dress someday, and then trust you with it, and then bring it back. Let's talk about keeping, let's say, women safe from sexual assault. I mean, maybe some men will be sexually assaulted, but what will be the advice for young women, especially during this season? You know, people like to go for parties and drink cups and hang around other people's husbands and things like that. I like to know what security advice you can give to young people on a more serious note about how to keep themselves safe in this season.
I hope you are not a gender activist.
I'm not a typical one, but I like to push for things that empower women.
It's true. Yes. It's good. Yes. Regarding women's security, we can say that at this times, as I said, a lot of women may also find themselves in a very disadvantaged situations.
Why?
Yes. Why am I saying so? We know at these times, as you said, people would want to go out, people would want to have fun. And usually we women, we may hang up with friends, male, females and all that. But usually, if we look at the social dynamics and all that, we mostly hang up with males.
Yeah.
Especially because, yes, they are going to do the sponsoring and all that.
Well, maybe. But these days, women sponsor a lot, you know.
Oh, we do sponsor. but it's a festive season.
Okay.
You know, we need to buy dress.
The men. Okay, so if you are listening, ASPF expects you to, you know, sponsor more.
No, that is a perception.
That's a perception.
You understand? That is a perception.
Okay. Okay. So how do we keep ourselves safe?
So in doing that, let us not forget that nothing comes free. You understand? So you yourself willingly going to a man, following the thing, going up and down, getting all the things you need for the SMAs and all that, you should also put at the back of your mind that what is the interest of that man? What possibly can happen as a result of this relationship? Let us define the relationships we go into.
Okay.
And if it is not, if you think, sometimes our instincts speak to us a lot, and if we think that where we are going, it is not very safe, let us listen to our instincts. We have had issues in the past where women have been kind of dragged in a way,
exactly,
and men commit all sort of sexual assault against them. So going with them, going to a place that would be very conducive for some of these activities to occur, you should know that first of all you have given yourself, or you are pushing so hard for someone, you are even creating the atmosphere
for things like that
things
to
like
happen.
this to happen. So we should put at the back of our mind, especially the young girls, that yes, we may celebrate Christmas, all right, but let's also think about our security as well, so that we don't find ourselves being sexually abused.
I've got about 30 seconds. A final word from the police service for Ghanaians. As we go into Christmas and the New Year festivities, a final word, 30 seconds, please.
Yes, what I would say is that for now, the Christmas has come. I would say that we should not jubilate or over-jubilate, and we should try and jubilate in moderation. Sometimes the things we do are so much that we realize that at the end of the day, we will end up losing our lives. We go to the beach. Going to the beach, our main aim is to go there and come back. But people go, they drink and go into the sea. They swim before they realize they are drowned and all that. So we should take very good care of ourselves. And also our numbers are there in case of anything that we think that it calls for police. Quickly let us reach us on the 18555 and also the 191, and all our hotlines will be there to also support them in every way that we have to.
Thank you very much, SB Fiat Tenga. If you forget anything, do not forget 18555, correct?
Sure.
18555. It's a toll-free number, right?
Exactly.
18555 is a toll-free number for the police. If you need any help, SB Fiat Tenga puts it out there that you can call them just in case, Thank you so much. It's been a good discussion, and I believe that you have learned something. I have. Thank you so much, SB Fiat. Once again, congratulations to you. The show has been AM Show, and I have been here with Roland Walker, who has abandoned his post here in the studio, all in your interest, getting you information about commodities and the traffic situation in the heart of the city. Tomorrow morning we'll catch you again, and I believe that your day has started very well and it will end well. My name is Gifty Andoapia. We'll see you tomorrow.